approach my bus, I can see that it is level. It is not leaning to the left or to the right, which would indicate a suspension problem. Seatbelt first. I will now start my bus. I will turn my master switch 2 clicks to the right to night run. I'm going to watch my Christmas tree for my ABS light to come on and go off. It's on and it's off. I will now start my bus. Oops. While we're waiting, we're watching for the air to build to about 120 to 130 where the governor is going to cut out. The governor has cut out at 130 psi, so that test was a success. For my first part of my air brake test, I am going to shut the bus off. I am going to turn the bus off. I am going to turn the bus back to night run. I'm not going to start the bus, okay? Christmas tree's on, ABS light is on, it is off. I will now release the parking brake. I will hold my foot on the service brake. What we're watching, the air pressure gauge, we're going to watch for 1 minute to make sure that we do not lose more than 3 psi in 1 minute. Starting now. Okay, it's been 1 minute. We did not lose more than 3 psi in 1 minute, so that test was a success. The next test is called the applied test or the air leak rate test. So what we'll do is we'll we just did the applied test, the air leak rate test. My bad. We're doing the low air warning light test. We're gonna fan the brakes. We're going to watch up here for our low air warning light to come on and stay on. It should come on between a range of about 55 to 75 psi. We're starting that now. Low air warning light. Okay, no. All right, it is on and it is staying on and we are at 72 psi. So that test was a success. We're now going to continue fanning the brakes until the emergency brake pops up. It should pop up between a range of about 20 to 45 psi. I'm going to place my hand over the parking brake so that if I don't hear it, I'll feel it. I'm going to start now. Okay, it popped up at 35 psi, so that test was a success. I will now restart my bus. Okay, I want to make sure my air builds to at least 90 psi before I explain my service brake test. Now that the bus is within a safe range and it's at least 90 psi, I will explain my service brake test. For this test, I would release my parking brake, holding my foot on the brake so I don't roll. I will put the bus into drive. I will drive the bus forward at no more than 5 miles an hour and come to a complete stop. What I'm checking is to make sure the bus does not jerk to the left or the right. And as long as the bus does not jerk to the left or the right when I came to a complete stop, that test is a success. So I will now perform my parking brake tug test. I will make sure the parking brake stays engaged. I will put the bus into gear. Okay, now it's in gear. All right, I will apply a throttle just a little bit. We're checking to make sure that the parking brake holds. Starting now. Okay, the parking brake held. The bus is back to neutral. All right. I will now explain my panel over here. Right. Up here, that is my passenger mirror. Okay, it is adjusted to me. It is secure. It is not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged, and it is clean. I can see my passengers. These are my traffic monitoring device mirror toggles. Okay, I know here's my left mirror toggle. I know that it works because I can see it working and I am adjusting it to me. Here's my right mirror toggle. I know that it is working because I'm adjusting it and the mirror is now adjusted to me. Okay. Here are my four-ways. Okay. I know that they're working because I see them in my Christmas tree, in my mirrors, and down the sides of my bus. Here's my left directional. I know that it is working because I can see it in my Christmas tree, in my mirror, and down the side of my bus. Here's my right directional. I know that it is working because I can see it in my Christmas tree, in my mirror, down the side of my bus. Here are my high beams. I know that they're working because I see them in my Christmas tree and reflected in front of me. At this time, Mr. Examiner, would you be so kind as to get out and check my lights? I would like for you to check my left and my right directional, my high beams, my brake lights, and my four-ways on the front, rear, and sides of my bus, please. There's my left, my right, my high beams. Now we turn our four-ways on so that he can check the sides. Okay. Trying to film out. Side of my bus. Here it comes. The hazards are back on. I did my left, right, and brakes in the back. Okay. Alright. This is my heater and defroster. I know that it works because I can hear it working. These are my windshield wipers. I know that they work because I can see them working. If I wanted washer fluid, I would simply press the button. Here's my horn. I know that it works because I heard it work. Alright. Okay. This bus is not equipped with fuses. We have circuit breakers in here. Okay. This is my fire extinguisher. It is serviced. It is in the green. The pin has not been pulled and it is secure. These are my triangles. There are at least 3 triangles. They are secure to the bus. They are present and they are not damaged. This is my dual purpose emergency hatch, emergency exit, and ventilation. For ventilation, I would simply push up to exit. I would turn the knob to exit and fully push it out. The way I check this emergency exit and ventilation hatch is the way I would check that one down there. This is my emergency exit window. to exit, I would pull down on the lever, fully push it out. Boom. The way I check this window is the way I would check this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one down there. There are 6. These are my seats and frames. My seats are secure to the frame. They're not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. The cushions are not ripped, torn, or frayed. They're all secure. The way I check this seat is the way I would check all the seats in the bus. All right, let's take a trip outside. We're gonna have our hazards and high beams on. All right. Let me go shut the bus off. It's easier to hear. All right. These are my clearance lights, my 4-way and directional lights, my headlights, and my high beams. Hold on. Working. They're all the proper color. They're clean. They're not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged, and they are secure to the bus. This is my windshield. It is not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. There are no illegal stickers. It is secure to the bus. The way I check this window, the windshield, is the way I would check all the windows in the bus. These are my wiper blades and arms. They are secure to the bus, and they are not bent, broken, or damaged. This is my traffic monitoring device, or mirror, you can call it either. It is not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. It is clean and it is secure to the bus. The way I check this mirror is the way I would check that mirror over there. This is my battery compartment. It is secure. The door is secure. The battery is secure. The connections and wires and lines are tight with no corrosion. All the doors are secure. This is my steering system. My steering lines and hoses have no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks. My steering box is secure with no leaks. My steering linkage, my castle nut, and my cotter pin are in place. My ball joints and connectors show no damage and are secure. And all the linkage arms and rods are not cracked or damaged. This is where my brake hoses and lines are. My brake hoses and lines have no abrasions, bulges, cuts, no leaks, and there are no contaminants such as grease or oil. This is my tire. It has a depth of at least 430 seconds, and I would check that with a tire depth gauge. It is inflated to 115 psi, and I would check that right here on the valve stem with a tire pressure gauge. The valve stem cap is on tight, and the tire is secure to the bus with no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks. This is my rim. My rim is secure to the bus. It has no illegal welds, and there is no distortion around the lug nuts, the holes for the lug nuts. These are my lug nuts. They are all present. They are all tight. There is no missing or broken studs, and there are no rust trails. They are secure to the bus. The rim is secure to the bus. These are all my lights and lenses. So I have 4 reflective lights, which are these, those, down there, and one up there. I have 2 dual-purpose 4-way and directional lights, there and here. And we have 1 reflector right here. They are all secure, not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. They are clean, and they are the proper color. This is where my frame is. There are no missing cross members, broken welds, or holes. And it is secure to the bus. These are my clearance lights, my brake lights, my dual purpose 4x directional, my tail lights, and my reverse lights. They're all secure, they're clean, they're the proper color, they're not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. This is my coolant reservoir. These are my sight glass. This is how I would check the coolant level. If it needed coolant, I would add it right here. Okay, that's my oil dipstick back there, the yellow one. If I wanted to check my oil, I would pull it out, I would wipe it off, I would put it back in, and I would pull it out to get an accurate reading. If I needed oil, I would add it here. My power steering pump is back there. If I wanted to check the levels, I would unscrew the cap, check the levels. If I needed to add power steering fluid, I would add it back there. These are my hoses and lines. There are no abrasions, bulges, cuts, or leaks. And I'm gonna check under the bus for any leaks or puddles. And I do not hear any leaks, and I do not see any leaks. Checked that side of the bus is the same way I would check this side of the bus, except for the fuel compartment and the doors. This is my fuel compartment. The fuel cap is on tight and is secure. The fuel tank is secure to the bus, and the lines are secure with no leaks, and the tank has no leaks as well. Front doors. These are my handrails. They're on secure. These are my walkway lights, my entry lights. They're all secure, they're clean, and they are functional. They're not cracked, bent, broken, or damaged. Okay. This is my front stairwell. There are no trip hazards. It is not ripped, torn, frayed, no debris. Back in the seat. Seatbelt is on. Okay. We'll go ahead and turn the bus on so we don't kill the battery. All right. So we'll put the air back in the door. My door hinges are operating smoothly. My rear door has engaged. I heard it click. The light is green. This is an older bus, so in order to exit, you would simply walk up to the door and push the yellow strip, and the doors would open to exit. But it works because I heard it engage. Right? Now I will check my ADA ramp. I will kneel the bus. Okay. I will turn the power on, and I will deploy the ramp. I will turn the knob back to the left to bring the ramp back in. Alright, turn the power back off, unveil the bus. So the ADA ramp works, we watched it work, and it does not have any leaks. And that concludes my test.